while metal detecting, for metal detecting. It's all about the metal detecting, preserving the history, finding the old coins. This pandemic's killing me. The frozen ground, killing me. I need to get out. The cold, killing me. I need to get out. Good evening, morning, or afternoon. I'm the Mainly Digger. I hope you're surviving the pandemic. My barber is shut down, so I can't get a haircut. I'm kind of sad about that, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about I went down the rabbit hole. Volunteer project for school where I'm volunteering at the local historical society and for the local historical society, scanning documents and digitally preserving the history. So there's correspondence there and letters and legal documents that go back to the 1600s, 1700s. There's books. Like, it is an amazing place for a guy like me, for anybody who loves history, just to be around this stuff. But I found this document. It's a legal document where this guy had to go pay a fine. And I mean, even then, back in 1700s, you had to go pay your fines, pay your dues. I think for some destruction of property or something like that. Doesn't matter. Anyway, the year was 1763 or 1768. It sparked my interest because he had to pay in shillings. Sparked my interest because I watch these YouTube shows where people in England or people go over to England or the UK and find, all these Roman coins, and they find shillings like it's nothing, like it's cool. And it never occurred to me that I could find an English shilling in Maine, which is it's dumb on my part. Because the English were all over Maine before it became a state. So it sent me down this rabbit hole of where I could go, the best spots to go to find English shillings or any old currency, really. And honestly, it's on my bucket list now. I want to find an English shilling in Maine. But I mean, any old coins on my bucket. I don't really have a bucket list, but I would like to find some stuff, regardless, old coins, all of it. But it just sparked my interest, and it sent me down this rabbit hole of research and the internet, and I found all this different stuff. So this video, which I didn't really know what it was going to be about until I finished it, is about research and finding the best place to find old English coins, old shillings. So enjoy my video. Thank you for watching. Watch my other videos. Also check out Operation Reboot, which is about helping veterans. Subscribe to their channel if you like. Buy their merchandise. Do whatever you want to do. Mainly dig out. So this document is from 1786, and it's the guy had to pay a fine. His name's James Carr of Hollowell, and it's kind of cool. I found him online. It's cool to find this stuff. Maine was still a part of Massachusetts, and the guy had to pay in shillings. So that kind of caught my attention because I want to find a shilling. It's on my bucket list. This is James Carr, Captain. He died in Hollowell, and it's the guy on the deed or court document that I found. As you can tell, I'm pretty proud of myself for finding him. This was the envelope that the legal document was enclosed in, As you can see, it clearly says 1783. Just a really cool experience for me, this volunteering. But what's even cooler is that is the same year that the Treaty of Paris was signed, which ended the Revolutionary War. Maine wasn't a state yet and really wasn't considered a part of Canada, but was also, it was a part of Massachusetts. It's just a weird time in the Maine state history. But there were still parts of British settlements like Castine. So the town of Hollowell is it's not really in the middle, but it's close to the middle, as you can see in this picture. But in my search for where Shillings possibly might be, Augusta is a good place and it's close to me, but which it had a fort there, but it's a lot of that is historical property that can't be touched. And Farmingdale, well, it was pretty much Gardner, and as well as Pittston. But Gardner would be an amazing location to find some shillings or any old coins at all. That place was used so much, and the river that you're looking at is the Kennebec. The Kennebec, anywhere along the Kennebec, because it was a trade route. It was used for trade. It was used for pushing logs through. Boats throughout the years, right up until Waterville, which you had the Teutonic Falls, and they had to port across it. I mean, it's been used throughout the centuries. So finding a shilling in Maine is on my bucket list because it's an obtainable goal. The British were all over Maine during the 1800s, 1700s, 1600s, and even in the 1500s. So I mean, I would love to find one of these. This shilling was found on Richmond Island. Richmond Island is a little south of Portland. So south and east of South Portland, near Cape Elizabeth, which is a beautiful town, nice, large coastal area. If you look up above, you'll see Peaks Island. Just below Peaks Island, you find Cushing Island with Fort Lovett. The fort is named after an explorer, the first person to explore the Portland area. The story behind it, what happened is he left a settlement in Portland. He returned and there was no one to be found. Fort Lovett just started off as a wooden blockhouse or blockade to protect the harbor. Lovett apparently wrote about his adventure. In the late 1800s, the Army bought the island and put a fort, coastal protection, and it was used throughout, I think it was used in the 1800s, obviously, for the War of 1812, Civil War, and both world wars, either to store ammunition or protect the harbor. It's just an interesting place, and I'd love to go metal detecting there. Falmouth was a large English, I don't want to say settlement. During the 16 and 1700s, there was a lot of turmoil in that area. The King George's War was going on, which, in short, the Native Americans of the area rebelled and attacked the British. Any and all British forts, settlements, whatnot were attacked. You can see I circled in blue Fort Leavitt and Richmond Island are fairly close. This was a cool find, and this is from, as you can see, the Maine Historical Society online. It is a hand-drawn map of the same area, Falmouth, the islands around. It was drawn or made in 1723. It's just a cool find. And if I were to be going metal detecting in that area, I would research a little bit harder into that area and find permission. So what does the mainly digger do when he is bored? I daydream about metal detecting and history and things and places I can go while metal detecting, for metal detecting. It's all about the metal detecting, preserving the history, finding the old coins. This pandemic's killing me. The frozen ground, killing me. I need to get out. The cold, killing me. I need to get out. Mainly dig out. I hope you all have a good life, good day. Survive this pandemic. Enjoy your lives. Mainly digger out.